So that's the main sound of it, but I wanted some of the notes to be louder and stronger and stuff, so I used an effect field. So let's listen to it without. So then these notes don't sound so good. They're harder to hear basically. So what I did was I selected notes in here, and these ones, okay, and then you go to freeform view, but then you're in performance mode. That's why the imp is all see-through. So you press L1 and circle to get out of that. Then these notes that you selected in the piano roll are still selected, so you can drag the whole thing around and put them wherever you like. Then you can find a effect field. I tend to add a blank effect field because then I know it's all, none of the settings are affecting anything, and then I can adjust it to exactly what I want. So I can put that there, and now all those notes will be affected by this effect field. So let's say we wanted to tune them down for some reason. That's pretty weird. Or add distortion or whatever you want. Then you can apply those just to those notes without having to have separate instruments. So an effect field has most of the settings you'll find in a normal instrument, and they kind of add to this. So if I did if I pitch shifted the whole thing down to 2, and I did this another 8, then it should be -2, -8, which is -10. So then if I play, so you can hear it's awful, but you can hear those when those notes play. You can hear them being 10 below, and it has like a preview of what that actual setting is for that note that's currently playing. So it goes way down here. Let's reset those. Now what I did was just increase the volume, like this. Maybe I added some EQ. Yeah. And that's how you only affect those. This is particularly good for a drum kit such as Epic Drums. So you've got Epic Drums. Yeah, so if we go into here, so some of them have this reverb, which is in here, and that is these notes. Yeah. So you can hear, this is the normal one. Oh, no. That's the one in the reverb area, and that's one not in the reverb area. If you have a note that's overlapping it, it can kind of be difficult to tweak that, so you can just move them out of the way a bit. And then I had some reverb turned way up, and it only affects those notes, so you can use it for different drums. Okay, so let's say we want the bass drum to sound a bit beefier, but if we go in here and mess with the EQ for the whole thing and then play, then it affects how these other samples sound. So let's turn that off, and we do the same thing. We add a effect field, and when you have an effect field, you can have it tweaked. You can see these lines. This is like a fall off. So this is the core. In here, the note's going to be affected completely, and then it's going to be less and less until it gets this outer thing, and you can adjust these with R2. So I tend to make them like full like that, and then so I know that they're not going to get messed up or anything. And then you can select notes. If you want to select like all of the one kind of drum, you can use L1 and X and drag on the left-hand column, left-hand column. Or if you want to select notes column by column, you drag on the top row like that. So I'll just do that, and then I go back to here, press L1 and circle, and then drag that group of notes into here. And now I can add some EQ. So yeah, so now you can hear the difference between the bass drum and the rest of it, and you can add whatever else. So that's cool. I'd like to thank Colwitzer, Mobius DT, Shadow of Callus, and all of my other supporters for making this tutorial possible. Thanks for watching. If you'd like me to continue making these tutorials and helping creators across the internet, you can find out how to support me in the link in the description. Thanks for your consideration, and I'll see you in the next one.